I want to respect time.
Oh, don't
No
worry about
problem.
that. I'm just gonna hit record. We can edit that out.
No problem.
Hey, Bill, I want to
Yeah.
comment on your latest video. Boy, you don't hear that every day.
Which one? The murder story?
Yeah.
Did you like that video? It was kind of fun. I was wearing a lei.
Yeah, I know, Bill. You don't have to tell us what you were wearing. We can see it. But the fact is that somebody was so enamored with that story, it didn't matter what happened in the house. They bought it because of
Yeah,
some famous event.
yeah, yeah. It was, I've been waiting to do that video, and Aaron and I were out, we were filming a guy passed away, and we did a paddle out at Santa Monica Beach. And when we were in the Palisades, I said, let's go by and do a video, because that's such a crazy story. So anyway, I had fun doing that for sure.
Yeah. How's the family, Bill? Everybody good?
Good. Everything's good. Getting ready for go back to school, and I'm ramping up and growing clients and doing different types of businesses. We just did a big mortgage guy. And now we're looking at people in the jewelry business. So we're helping everybody.
Is your daughter very happy to be back in SoCal?
Yeah, she's back, and she's going to Palisades High School next week, and she's happy. That's the deal.
Where's Palisades High School?
In Pacific Palisades. Please don't go there.
Wait.
Yeah,
You live in
yeah.
Thousand Oaks.
Yeah.
What's the commute?
No, you don't even want to know. I can't even talk about it. That was out of my hands.
Oh, boy.
It's 4 hours of round trip. Yeah, it makes no sense, but that's what she wanted. So, you know what
Well, congrats that you're financially independent. You don't have to do anything. So
all right. I think we're right about on time here.
hang on, pump the brakes. Easy. Chris, if you don't mind, I want to see your face. It's very important for the people coming on that the more people show their face, it's really helpful. I know you're very shy and like to work behind the scenes, but not this morning.
Yeah, you look
You
good.
got it.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. I am here with Chris. I'm here with William Kerbox. And thank you, everybody, for joining in. And I know we're going to get people late coming in, but that's okay. But this happens every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we just enjoy all of you that come on board because, you know what? I'm not going to even talk anymore. Mr. Kerbox, floor is yours.
All right. Hey, thanks, you guys. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. We've been growing, and people like what we're doing. And so today we're going to do something a little bit different. Hey, we got Lisa Sears joining us from Oregon. We're going to do something a little different today. Now, I'm not sure if many of you are aware of this, but there is a significant commission lawsuit right now moving its way through the courts. It is potentially a $13 billion lawsuit, but let me tell you what that means to you and why we're having that conversation. And I'm actually going to share my screen here, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. And then we're going to talk about how you can get ahead of that.
Now, full disclosure, you are not an attorney.
I am definitely not an attorney. Do you see the screen here, Frank?
I sure do. Yes.
Okay. So here's what it's saying. Somebody had the great idea that they thought that sellers should not have to offer the buyer commission. So instead of 6%, right, they're saying that the seller should only pay their portion, let's call it 3%, and that the buyer's agent, that the buyer should pay the buyer agent out of his pocket. Now, let's just take a small property, $1 million property, right? So you're talking about a buyer potentially saying to, hey, Frank Crandall, yeah, you want me to represent? Yeah, okay, but you're going to have to write me a check at the close for $20,000. I don't know about you, but the word lead balloon kind of comes to my mind. That's a difficult thing. But today we're going to talk about how to articulate your unique value proposition and how to get a buyer contract agreement signed ahead of this. This has not happened. It's not imminent. Anything could happen, but it
Right,
brought
Bill, the seller's been paying for the buyer's agent commission
Yeah.
ever since Moses was around.
That's right. That's right. Well, now they're trying to say that it should be paid for by the buyer themselves.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, as we look at this ruling, okay, it's a significant challenge. Now, I'm going to be candid with you. A big part of this was brought up by Tom Ferry. He's a great guy and he is on the cutting edge. He's very concerned. And he's so concerned that he is now doing what we're doing and that he is talking to agents about immediately getting into the mindset of your unique value proposition as a buyer's agent and how to get that in a contract. And I've told that to a few people, and here's what they said. Oh, I can't get them to sign that. And, they're working with this, they're working with that. Okay, that may be true, but that's the old mindset. If it is a new world going in, we need to be able to know what your unique value proposition. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you, Frank, do you see my screen here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I went into Chat GPT and by the way, I use AIPRM. AIPRM is basically chat, but it has a number of prompts that are already set. It takes a lot of the harder work because let's be honest, chat only works with what you put in, and the prompt from AIPRM can be helpful. So I went in and I asked the chat, I said, I'm a realtor in Malibu. And by the way, where we're going with this is we want to be able to know our unique value proposition as a buyer's agent. Now, I want to tell you a very quick story before I get into that. By the way, I love ADD. It lets me go all over the place. I was at a Tom Ferry event with Brent Gove, and Tom walked out in the audience, 5,000 people, and he walked up to an agent. He said, I'm looking for a property. Why should I hire you? It was a bloodbath. That agent sounded ridiculous. Well, I will get you the best deal. I mean, it just went on and on. It was pathetic. And what I realized, and this is really the heart of what we're doing today, most agents do not know their unique value proposition, especially in an elevator pitch. That means you own it, and it's got to come from here. This isn't about, oh, I've got this script and it's going to be great. I know the market better. So here's where we're going with this. So when I went to Trustee Chat and I asked them, why should a buyer use a local agent with significant market information and sales experience instead of a tool like Zillow or Realtor.com? I just use that as an example. And so where we're going with this is we're ultimately trying to come up with something that you own, that you can actually create a script and start and put video in the marketplace, because when you're making the video, you're going to have to learn what you're talking about. And here are some of the reasons. And what's at the cap of all of this? Your confidence of knowing that a buyer's agent with the values that they bring compared to some tech company with Zillow or Redfin or Trulia, if you go to Redfin right now, they're going to offer the buyer, all this commission coming back, right, for representation. And then you start to look at it and you go, well, they're dragging that person in from, downtown Los Angeles to make a deal for you in Malibu. I don't think it's going to happen, but we need to understand what the competition is and what's coming. And so now the light is shining on our unique value proposition as a buyer's agent. And we're also want to practice being able to ask and know where the exclusive buyer agent contract is. Hey, Frank, we've been talking about the difference in value. And if you would like me to represent you, I'm going to text over or email over for your signature an exclusive buyer agency agreement. And that basically just justifies that we are working together and I'll be representing you on a property. Because an exclusive buyer's agent is really bringing the buyer and the agent together. It's not the agent trying to extract a commission, but let's be honest. You're going to work with people that are committed to you, and it's true for the buyer and it's true for the seller. So some of the value that goes behind that conversation is being able to articulate to the buyer, look, this is the difference, right? We're not an online company trying to use an algorithm to find you the property. A significant part, I'm going to talk about Malibu, a significant part of transactions in Malibu are pre-market. I don't care if you don't want to talk about it. It's true. Pre-market, off-market, coming soon, and private listings. So, Mr. Crandall, if you are interested in working direct with me and having access to that information, I'm going to send you over a little bit, a document so that we can, we can get that signed. Now, there are more, the traditional market, I'm not going to hammer on Orangevale or any other city where it's a little bit more homogenized. You're going to have to go into your chat. You're going to have to go into your experience, and you're going to have to come up with a list of why hire you as a buyer's agent.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a huge topic because it's tough enough for people to qualify to buy a home. Now we're going to put on them the closing cost and the buyer's agent commission.
Well, it hasn't happened and it may not happen.
But it is the buzz. It is the buzz of the real estate world.
No, but here's the other thing. The agreement for the buyer, we're not talking about the buyer agreeing to pay you yet. We're just getting you prepared if that happens.
Right.
So we're only saying that you will work with me. That's all. We're not asking them to pay you. So I'm saying to you, hey, Frank, this is our agreement. It just says that I'll be representing you on your purchase. I'm going to go 100%. But if you happen to find your neighbors or your friends or whatever, you'll bring that information to me and I'll be representing you. Because, and by the way, off the topic, I know one thing. Buying a house is not about going out, driving around and show them all the properties. They can do that, right? They can do it. My value is my local knowledge of agents and who have the listings, and also my ability to negotiate a transaction. Come on, let's be honest. I mean, if you're really not a good negotiator and you know all of the tips and tricks, then you're just a guy with the license, right? And you're probably on the cutting board, because I think that is what we're seeing. We're going to see an exit of agents. First of all, we're seeing it right now, and I shouldn't say this, but many of the larger companies, the successful companies, are cutting services, they're cutting commissions, they're closing locations.
They're not cutting fees.
Yeah, they're not cutting the fees, but the agents are not getting as much. And I know that there was a new release, and I don't know all that's in it from EXP, but I can tell you that my feeling based on the information that's been happening is EXP is very solid. The different values of fee structures and everything are working very well. And I know the stock is doing great. So, but that's not really the conversation. The story is you need to be smart and know why someone should hire you to sell the house.
In defense of that agent with Tom Ferry,
Yeah.
I would have a hard time if a microphone was stuck in my face. Why should I hire you with 5,000 people looking? But I think the point is,
Okay,
you
that's
don't
fair.
have a good 15 to 20-second elevator speech.
Yeah.
You're done.
That's right. That's
You're
right.
done.
That's right. That's right. And so as a buyer's agent, I've always believed in focus. You know, when I first got into the business back in the 1800s, I asked Deb and Pat, we were in Marina Del Rey. I said, what's the number one thing I should be doing? She goes, pick an area where you live and focus on that area. She said, listings have babies. And I used to drive through these neighborhoods over in Venice, Marina Del Rey, and it'd be like the same agent everywhere because people are driving, hey, that guy's there. So the truth is that if you really are a professional and you really know the local market and you are able to articulate that in terms of it all has to do with one thing. What's the value to the buyer? Hey, Frank, how would you feel if I found you a number of properties that are not available on the Zips and the Zillows and the Redfins and the discount? And if we could find you that property and put you in and close that escrow because of our information, would that be of value to you? The other thing is that, and I'm getting a little bit off track, but we're talking about creating a script so that you know it, elevator pitch, that's a side effect, but you should be making videos for Instagram, Facebook, especially YouTube. And you're talking about your local market. And here's what it is. And I'm just coming up with this right now. It's me standing on Point Doom in Malibu. And I'm introducing myself. Hey, good morning, it's Bill Kerbox. And today we're going to talk about a very important topic. And that's the difference between representation. And many people have told me in past years that they think that all buyer's agents, whoever finds the property, but that's truly not even what the buyer's agent does. A buyer's agent is a person with local knowledge and experience and the ability to actually get that done. They know the lenders, they know the geological, they know that there's going to be a house built next door. So you start to set the seed, plant the seed of you on video talking about your unique value proposition as a buyer's agent. If you can get the buyer to sign an exclusive agreement, that's fantastic. You don't have to get that done every way, but you better start. And Tom Ferry went absolutely ballistic on this. And I know why, because some of his big agents are preparing for this tidal wave. Imagine this, if this tidal wave happens and tomorrow they say, I'm sorry, there are no buyer's agents, a buyer's representation. Well, first of all, it's going to be a mess because now that means that the listing agent is going to ultimately potentially have to represent in dual agency with no payment and taking all the liability for the buyer. Okay. And that's going to be another thing. But if I told you tomorrow that there's no commission, and I'm sitting here when I got Frank Crandall who wants to buy a property, and I've got to tell Frank that he's got to pay me, I need to have already been prepared and getting buyer's agreements and living in that world. EXP, for example, is a great opportunity for people to take advantage and be on top. If the only thing that you learned is an elevator pitch for you, that's great. But if you prepare yourself and position yourself to be the local buyer's agent and really be the go-to guy and getting these signed, you're going to crush it.
Hey, Bill, so really quick, in your elevator speech, and being this is Tech Tuesday, do you think that elevator speech has to be not only your unique selling proposition, but technology and why you are, you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, well, first of all, and I'm not saying that I've always done this because I want to sell. That's what it's in my DNA. But when you are able to start the chat, the elevator pitch with a question that really just switches the whole thing. So something like, you know what? You're the buyer. You know what? Let me ask you a question. You know, what would you feel good if you found a property faster with somebody that made a difference? I mean, first of all, do you think for 1 second that Zillow or Redfin or Trulia is going to give you representation? No, they're selling your lead as a buyer to the highest bidder. They may have never been to Malibu, right? So whatever it is for you, but you can use Chat GPT as I did, and it isolated the bullet points, and then those bullet points can be gone into make a video. I could stand now in front of a house in Malibu. And by the way, when you have that feeling like, wow, this guy's in Malibu and he's talking about, hey, today we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons to hire a local agent, right? And you have to figure that out.
One of the reasons that you've instilled in me is the reason I do videos in Orangevale. Number one, it's my farm. Number two, and when they get something in the mail from me or whatever,
Yeah,
they already know who
That's
I
right.
am. I don't have to work
Right.
very hard. Okay. That's something you've always taught me. And I missed the boat for many years. I did, and it probably cost me $1 million, but you know what? I started and it's on a roll now. But how do you, in the article that you
Yeah.
presented to us,
Mhm.
is there a close date, or is this just up in the air? What
It's
are
a
we doing?
lawsuit. It's in litigation. Now, I don't think it's too hard to imagine the implications, because some of the people that are named in this particularly are Remax, Keller Williams, Realogy, a lot of the big MLSs. So if you all of a sudden have them passing the law, so none of the buyers are getting their commission paid from the seller, and now all of a sudden there's this $13 billion payout that they're going back 10 years. I mean, it could destroy the industry. I mean, but there's light at the end of the tunnel here, and here's why. First of all, I don't believe forcing dual agency is a smart move, and I'm sure they have a plan for that. But the other part of that is, I think there will be sellers that will say, I'm willing for a buyer's agent. I want people working to sell my home, and I'm willing to pay it. So I don't think it's going to be this just catastrophe, but I do think it's a great door opener for us to start thinking about being a more professional agent and to articulate our unique value proposition to the Zips and the Zillows and the Redfins and all these things, and to be able to do it in video. So go out, learn what your unique value proposition, go make a 2-minute video and get that on YouTube, because YouTube is the largest search engine on the planet. Google and YouTube, when they search. But when people are searching, moving to Malibu, top 3 reasons to use a local agent in Malibu. And the first one would be the Zips, the Zillows, the Rep, and they've never been there. That's not representation. That's just somebody trying to write the deal. Nobody in their right mind is going to buy a $1 million house or $1 million diamond or anything without proper representation. I want a person that knows that neighborhood. I want a person that knows the diamonds. They know, hey, downtown LA has the cut 5s and they're shinier and they're better. I would go to a professional on it. I still use a travel agent, because here's what she says. She says, oh man, no, you don't want that deal. That airline is doing this and that. And anyway, the bottom line is that we have to up our game as real estate agents, and we're talking about buyers today. And if you don't know your story, you better learn it. And now you can use video to articulate that and bring some business in, because I'll tell you, if I saw somebody on video and I'm typing in Malibu and that guy's talking about the value of using him in Malibu, I very well might call him.
Does anybody have any questions for Bill?
Yeah. Hi, Lisa.
Good morning. Good morning, Lisa. Aloha.
Yeah, yeah. She's in, yeah. Hey, Tanya, what do you think of our topic here? Give us your what's your elevator pitch on our topic?
Great topic. I didn't even know any of this was going on. I am a part-time agent, so
Yeah.
I didn't even know any of this was going on. And I just left. I don't like to talk about brokerages, but I just left EXP. So to
Okay.
a smaller brokerage here in Louisiana. So very interesting topic. You made some good points, Bill, in regards to getting out there and pretty much showing, proving yourself and making sure that you know what's going on in your local area.
You as a part-time agent, that elevator speech is probably more
Really?
important than anything.
Yeah. It's the difference between making it or not. I mean, I won't say who I tell this to, but I basically have a philosophy. You just can't be an agent with a license. I mean, those guys are gone, right? That's the olden days. You need to be a pro and you need to know everything that's happening in your market area. Like we have Lisa on this call. Lisa went out and got in relationship with developers and that are represented by an agent, but it doesn't matter now. She's marketing this whole division. She's going in there with her iPhone. She's able to make videos, but she could potentially have a recruiting opportunity and she'll know more about that development than anybody. So really it's about focus. What about you, Terry, too? Who else got a question?
So basically, Bill, you're saying that, I mean, it could be any part of your community, just pretty much putting yourself out there and letting people know who you are and well, they know who you are, but what you're able to do, what you're able to bring to the table.
Yes.
I kind of got an upper hand in this because I am a local bus driver here in my parish where I live.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know, they see me, but they don't know what I do. Some of them do and some of them don't. So getting myself on video, you spoke about chat GPT. So I really got to find something, put something together, start talking. I do have a group, a local Facebook group that I have all of my locals in. So they don't see my face though. They don't know me as Tanya, the realtor. They know me as Tanya, the bus driver.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, that's not good. That's not good. So you made some good points. I just want to say thank you. I just got to get busy.
When you go into your market and you've got a camera and you're mic'd up because you need good audio and you say, hey, it's Tanya, you know, today we're in XYZ parish and I want to let you know there's been some significant sales in the area. We're seeing a definite trend in the area. So if you're interested in getting more information about how this may have affected the value of your home, or you want to buy a home, text me direct. Yeah, you got to go to the next level. Yeah, the bus driver thing, you're going to have to leave, you know, where it belongs. If you're a realtor, you're a realtor. If you're a bus driver, you're a bus driver.
Does anybody else have any more questions? Okay.
All right.
Hi there. I just have to say one thing. This is great information. I didn't even know this was happening. So thank you. I'm sorry I was in a position where I couldn't talk. Frank and Bill, what you're doing is amazing and just so helpful. And on a quick side note on the audio, Bill, thank you, because I finally, after 2 years of carrying my little Rode microphone around and not knowing how to use it,
it makes the difference. You know, I was filming yesterday, by the way, and I hate to say this, but we take it to the next level. Even with the wireless microphone, we now take that video and we move it and we take it through AI and it removes all the ambient sound. And so when you're scrolling and it gets to you talking, it's like, whoa, you're right in their
Wow.
face. We'll have a class on that
Perfect.
next week, maybe.
Also,
All
what Bill teaches, no other company's doing this. They'll teach you on AI and they'll teach you on technology, but Bill keeps it real. You get more out of these calls than you do in a training class, because in a training class, you're always distracted with all kinds of things. Here, you're right in your own home or your office, and he brings it every week. And I'm just so thankful that he does
Love
it.
it. Love it. So my number's there, 310-600-4484. And we are live, by the way. Tanya, you look good. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn and also on YouTube. That's one of the little tricks, but we're going to be here again next week, every week, baby. Tech Tuesday with Bill and Frank.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Make it a great day. And if you got any questions, call Bill, or Chris just put my YouTube channel, because you can get a replay of this on my YouTube channel. And guys, just make it happen. I don't care what company you're with. We are here to help you. We are
And
here to help you.
One last thing. You will find all of this stuff that you're talking about, examples, on my Instagram and YouTube, Kerbox Media, Kerbox Media. Go there, follow me, and this stuff will be flying right to your phone, and you can hopefully, pick up your game.
Okay, everybody.
All right, see you guys.
Mahalo.
See ya.